and get us started. All right, guys, welcome to our third team call of the month. It is February, what is today? The 27th. Oh my gosh, it's the fourth call of the month. Whoa, this month and this year is just literally flying by. We have 48 hours to lock in, or 24 hours to lock into Success Club. If you are on a Team Cup, remember that you committed when you joined that Team Cup to help everyone achieve it. However, I do want to put a disclaimer in there. Do not make yourself sick over it. It's not going to be the end of the world, but hustle like this is your business, you guys. If you're serious about growing it, you have to put the time and the investment into it. So we are going to talk a lot about that. I'm going to mute everyone's line. I'm getting some feedback. Bear with me for just a second. Or if everyone could mute themselves, that would be awesome. Let's see. Participants, mute. Mute. Let's see. Okay, cool. All right. Hey, Devin. Welcome. All right. So, I am going to kick us off into our team call. For those of you guys that are brand new or you've never been on a team call, we have a team call every Tuesday. That's why it's called Team Call Tuesday. And I have been asking, some of the people on our team who are wanting to step into the leadership role that they are 100% capable of. You all are. Because leadership doesn't mean a title. It just means that you want to help and you want to serve and you want to grow and you want to develop. So I've been asking some of the crew from our team to step into hosting some of these team calls, which is really awesome. I love to see people stepping in. Amanda was going to host tonight. She had a super exciting topic she was super pumped about, but she also works in the ER or trauma center and it's super busy and she got stuck there. So I'm taking over, and like I said, I'm going to kind of wing it, and I'm going to talk to you guys just about some things that I've been thinking about. We're going to talk a little bit about how you can lock in Success Club in the next 24 hours. I know that there's several of you who are still pushing really hard, and I want to help you achieve that. And actually, even though I've already secured Success Club and over my goal, in my account, I'm still working to lock in Success Club 6 in my husband's account because I work both. And as you grow, you'll understand why it's important to have a spouse account, and as you continue to grow, why you would want to build those things. And if you're in our new coach 15-day training, we will cover that soon. So stay tuned on that. And all of that information is also located in the back office. As usual, what I normally let everyone know is if you have a question that you don't know the answer to, there's several different ways that you can go about finding the answer. Number one, you can post it in the team page, and one of us will respond to you, or 5 of us. And sometimes it'll be a varied answer because we all, have different insights and feedback. And that's what I love about our team is that we all have different ideas, and there's no bosses here, right? So that's number one. Number two, Google, when I was first learning this business, was my best friend. If I didn't know the answer to something, I would be like, does Shakeology have gluten in it? Does Shakeology have real sugar in it? How much is the 21-day fix? Like, I literally would go and Google all those things. How much in cup measurements is the purple container for the 21-day fix? Like, I just did that stuff, and that might be, I'm kind of a self-taught learner, but that is another resource. The other thing is the back office has so many different options for you guys. There's different trainings. There's different links. There's videos in there, literally everything. And then YouTube is a great resource also because there's so many amazing coaches in this network who have graciously went on and shared all of their stuff. So if you're like, what does it mean to get to diamond? How do I get to diamond? How do I make $1,000 a week? How do I make $1,000 a week? Like, you have all of those things in your toolbox to help you be successful. So there should be no reason why you're sitting on the sidelines saying, well, I just don't know what to do. That would just be pure laziness. And I'm sorry if I'm being blunt, but I am a firm believer that if I do not tell you how to grow your business and give you direct feedback, that could be sugarcoating and not helping you be successful. And I want all of us to be successful. So, and lean into the training. If you're brand new to the team, lean into the training that we're doing. Engage in the conversations that are going on the team page. Get involved in the challenge group that you're a part of, because that's what makes you feel connected. I was just sharing this story with some of the girls that I met with over the weekend, but Miranda is my cousin, and there was a period where she told me, I never talk to you anymore, you never call me, you never, and I was like, join my team. I talk to people all the time. I'm just so focused on my business, and it's not because I mean, obviously I have to grow it. I love what we do. I am excited about what we're doing. I am excited about helping people. I'm excited about watching our team grow. Like, I bleed Beachbody Blue and I pour myself into this because, number one, it's changed my life and I know the impact that it can have on others. But guys, I'm living my legacy. I'm building a legacy for my children long term. I'm still on my journey. I am still learning as I go. But that's the really, really cool thing about it. So that is my part on, getting into those trainings and leaning in. Success Club, guys, we have 24 hours to lock in Success Club. And if you do not know what that means that you are working towards the first matrix, basically, that Beachbody puts out there. You are not held accountable to any goals. There's not going to be like a supervisor that comes in, sends you an email and says, hey, Devin, you didn't hit Success Club this month, like one more month and you're out of here. That's not how this works. This business can be anything that you want it to, but if you're like, hey, I really want to pay for my Shakeology this month, or I would really like to learn how to, earn that free swag, that little umbrella that Beachbody's giving away. What do I do? Well, there's something called Success Club. And how you achieve this is by helping a minimum of 3 people every single month with a challenge pack or a Shakeology on home direct order, a daily sunshine, something like that. Each of those are awarded 2 Success Club points. And in order to lock it in, you have to have Success Club 6. You also have to have an order of something, which is either like Shakeology or the Performance Line Daily Sunshine on home direct shipment with 90 volume points to achieve that and be an active coach. So just a little, I know this is probably repetition for some of you, but there is quite a few new faces on here. So I want to make sure that I'm being very detailed in it so that you truly understand. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to put them in the chat box, guys, because nothing's off the table. Let's see. Okay, so how are you going to lock in Success Club in the next 24 hours if you are still pushing for it? Well, I have some ideas and I wanted to share it with you guys. So as you guys know, or maybe you don't, we are on day 40 of 80-Day Obsession, and the results are killer. Like, literally, they're amazing. And if you haven't worked up the confidence, or you feel like, man, I don't really think that my results are that great, guess what? There's so many other people who have been like, here's my results, you can share them. And then go and talk about it, right? Don't just be like, here, buy a challenge pack from me, here's what it can do for you. No, talk about it. Like, I'm a huge believer in storytelling, and I do feel like that's what's helped me build my success. Is I feel like my audience is very connected to me because of the way that I deliver my message. But don't mistake that didn't happen overnight. I had to really, work at that. But some of the things that you can do is you can talk about why it inspired you, how much weight or inches the person's lost. Talk about the program. It's 30 to 60 minute workouts, 6 days a week. You're a part of an accountability group where people are showing up every single day, and it makes you excited to get started if you're brand new, or keeps you motivated if you're on this journey right now. Whatever you want to do, put your own spin on it. You could even go to some of our pages and see what we've shared. Do not copy word for word. We do not want that. But you can put your own spin on it to get different ideas, okay? So that's one idea, sharing those transformation. Hello, it's Transformation Tuesday. We still have, I say this is a peak hour to post. So between 7 and like 10 o'clock, people are scrolling Facebook. They're like finished up with dinner. They're laying in bed. They're scrolling. Bam, they see a scroll stopping post. They're going to be like, damn, what is that person doing? I need to get on that. Yes, you do. Let me message you, right? Even if they just do like the love emoji or the wow emoji or thumbs, guess what? That person's going to get a message from me and saying, hey, Kelly, thank you so much for liking my post. isn't that transformation inspiring? Bam, now I'm going to start a conversation with Kelly. Or it could be, hey, Nicole, thanks so much for showing love on, hitting the top love button, whatever they call it. Are you a Beachbody coach also? No, what's Beachbody? Oh, I'm sorry, I assumed that. I figured you were showing love as support because that's what we do in our community. That's what's actually kept me going for the past 4 years. You just start a conversation with people. People ask me all the time for scripts, and I love that Christina Bastida, however you say her last name, she had said this in her live video the other day because this is something, and Katrina will vouch for this. She's on the call. Her and I are the same exact way. People ask us for scripts, and we're like, we just have conversations. We don't have scripts. Like, we could give you a link to where you could find some scripts that might help you, but I have conversations with people, and I can't tell you what that next conversation is going to look like. And if you're somebody who's like, well, I really need a script to get started, again, there's resources, but just go and sit down and act like you're sitting with somebody at a coffee shop and you're having a conversation, or you're, trying to build a relationship with somebody, apart. I don't care, but just be human. That's the thing that people start getting all crazy and they feel like they have to be perfect, and it almost takes the dehumanized out of it. And that's what I love about this business is I get to be me. I don't have to be any other coach. I don't have to go out and try to be Leah. I don't have to try to be Katrina. I don't have to try to be Kelly. I don't have to try to be Miranda. I don't have to be Nicole or Jess. Like, I get to be Melissa, and I get to be authentic, and they don't have to be me either. So sure, we might sound like each other in some things because we probably were, drawn or attracted or spent some time with each other, that when you start hanging out with people, your language starts to shift. And I always like to tell people, if you hang out with me long enough, you're going to start working out. Number 2, you're going to start to believe in yourself. And number 3, you're going to stop doubting your abilities. Because what we give power to is what becomes reality, right? And you might be somebody right now who's like, my life sucks. Things are really hard. And guess what, guys? I came into this business the same exact way. I was not confident. I was broken. I was very sad. I was not like sure that this Beachbody thing would even work for me. I just knew that I wanted more of it. Like, I was hungry to be a part of this culture. I don't know what you're referring to, Miranda. You can unmute yourself.
Where you said, hang out with me long enough and I'll have you working out, believing in yourself. What were all those things that you said?
Oh, and stop the negative doubt, like the negative self-talk. Like, stop dumbing yourself down, or saying, like, I had a girl that came here last night and she was the notary, and she was like, I'm so fat. And I was like, girlfriend, why are you saying that about yourself? Like, we just met. Mm-hmm. Don't call yourself fat. Like, and I know
I used to say, oh no, you're not.
Yeah, like, I used to do the same thing. Mm-hmm. And it's just a lack of, it's number one, it's the way that we condition ourselves as kids. Like, it's like a seed's planted, and then we measure up to other people and think, oh, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy enough, I'm not any whatever. And then we go through life and we're like I'm looking at Leah's abs and I'm like, yeah, where's my abs? Like, I'm doing the same workout as her. But guess what? I'm not comparing myself to anybody else on this journey, because I know the work that I'm putting in. I know what results I'm working for. So why am I going to do that? Guess what? Leah has a completely different body type than I do. I'm like built like a linebacker. Like, I am a big built person. I am not a teeny tiny person. I never have been in my entire life. I can't hear Miranda, but I can see what she's saying. She said, you're not built like a linebacker. You can't say that. It's not to insult. I'm just saying I'm big boned. Like, I have broad shoulders. I'm not built to be, I honestly am not built like Katrina and Leah, who are tall and very lean, and that is just their muscle tone, right? So don't compare yourself to anyone's journey regarding the business or their fitness or whatever, and especially if you're just getting started, guys, because we all start somewhere. So you're going to do your transformation post, whether it's you or someone else, and then you're going to go talk to all of those people. The other thing is you can throw out a post tomorrow or this evening that says something like, help, I need 3 people by tomorrow who are ready to make an investment into their health, or that want to lose 5 to 15 pounds in 21 days, because our next accountability group that we're doing as a team is going to be the 21-day fix. I honestly, unless people come into this with a fitness background, I'm not throwing them into ADD obsession. Because number one, we all know it is not a weight dropping program. I mean, some people are dropping weight like crazy, but I just want to put that out there. Like, it's not a weight dropping program. You're going to build muscle. You're going to get lean. You're going to see shifts and changes. Christina Delgado said she didn't lose any weight until phase 3. And she lost 20 pounds in this program. But I honestly think that people need to get started with something like the 21-day fix. And that's why we're doing a team-wide group, number one, so that we can help. I talked to Mindy and Charlie about this, and because one of my coaches came to me and was like, hey, I really want to do this, but I don't know how to do it. I was like, let's do a group together. And then I was on I'll call Mindy and I was like, let's do a group. Let's all do one, because then we can have other coaches posting. We can get different ideas, different styles. Other people are good at things. Like Suzanne is amazing at meal prepping. Katrina is really good at meal prepping as well, but she does hers in her challenge tracker. But it's just nice to see a different perspective. Here's my caution though. If you are a brand new coach and you are doing ADD obsession right now, do not add yourself to that group unless you're wanting to learn or you have a challenge you're going in there, because I don't want you to get overwhelmed. You're already getting way more notifications than normal. So don't put yourself in that group if you don't intend on learning how to run an accountability challenge group, or you have a challenger in there. Okay. Don't just be in there to be in there. Be intentional about your time. So yeah, let people know that there's only 24 more hours to save that $10. And then guys, what I want you to do is I want you to go all the way back to your messages. And if you're brand new, I will tie on to that next, but you will, so the post, Miranda, I've done it before. I can post it in the team page too, is just posting something saying, help me help you. I need 3 people by tomorrow who are looking to lose 5 to 15 pounds and would like to save money at doing so. Something like that. I'll type something up and post it in the team page. You guys can copy and paste it. Cool. Okay, so if you've been a coach for a while and you've been doing the vital behaviors like you say you are, what I want you to do is I want you to go all the way back to the beginning of your messages, and I want you to start following up with people, right? Because that's where the fortune is in the follow-up. And raise your hand by show of hands for everyone that has their thing on here. How many of you were invited more than one time before you said yes? How many of you were invited more than 3 times? Okay, so I watched my coach for 13 months before I did anything, right? I seen all her posts. We had a couple inbox conversations, but I wasn't ready. But you don't know if Billy Bob Sue from 2016 or 2017 that you invited that told you no, and you're like, oh shit, they told me no. I suck at this. I'm totally failing at this. No, you go back and you say, hey girl, hey guy, I know it wasn't the right time, but I want to follow up with you because I have an awesome group that's starting on March 5th, and I would love to help you get started on this. Here's how I'm feeling right now. Here's what's changed since the last time we talked. Can we chat more about this? And I always leave an open-ended question, like, or say something like, I can't wait to hear from you, or when's a good time that we could talk? So that way they're going to give me some sort of response. Okay. The other thing is, if you have not yet done this today, you should start doing this every day. Yes. Is every single day when Facebook lets you know whose birthdays it is, guess what? You're going to go to their inbox and you're going to wish them a happy birthday. You're going to create some sort of engagement. And why is that important? Because the more that you engage with people, the more that you show up in their post. Okay. You can also make a list of 20 people tonight who you think, hey, they might be interested in this. Go comment on all 20 people's posts. Go like some of their things. Get some engagement going with them so that when they respond back to you, you can send them a private message tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon and say, hey, it's been so long since we caught up. How are you? Just have a conversation with people. And whatever you do right now is going to be, and even if it doesn't blossom overnight, because a lot of the times it won't, remember guys, the harvest is always is always much more than the planted seed. So what you're planting now is going to blossom later. I just told you, I watched my coach for 13 months before I did anything. Do you think that she expected in February of 2007 or 2014 that I was finally going to say yes? No, because I made that decision within like 2 weeks and I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. And then I didn't do it and I waited 2 more weeks. So just know that no generally just means not right now. Okay. So I want you to go follow up with all those people. Even if you've only been a coach for 2 months and you've only sent out 2 invites, guess what? Go follow up with those people. And if you are a brand new coach and you haven't, and you are serious about growing your business, I want you to go invite 10 people tonight and tomorrow. So a total of 20 invites. I want you to go send them a message and just say, hey, Jess, I know we haven't chatted in a while, or it was so good to see you, whatever, however you start it, make it personal. And just send them something saying, I'm on this new journey. I'm not sure if you've noticed my post, but I'm super excited and I'm really vulnerable going out on a limb here. I trust your opinion and I'm wondering if you would be in my first accountability group. I'm going to be running this with my coach. And if you hate it after 30 days, I want you to send it back. I really just need your opinion. Right? So that's building trust. So that could be your best friend. That could be your sister. That could be your uncle. That could be your boss. Go to those people who you're like, dude, I trust you. And I really want this business to work for me. And I really would love to help you help me getting results. Right? So I'm going to help you get results. You're going to give me some feedback. It's a win. If you hate it, you're going to send it back. No harm, no foul. And I truly run my business, friends first, business second. If something happens and Kelly called me tomorrow and was like, listen, Melissa, I tried it. It's not working out for me. I'm sorry. Like, life is so crazy. Guess what? Kelly's still going to be my friend. I'm not going to be like, well, Kelly's an idiot and now I didn't like her. That's just not how I roll. I've never been that way. And so I hope that you guys will do the same thing. And if you feel uncomfortable inviting guys, guess what? That's normal. Congratulations, you're a coach. But guess what? It gets better as you go on. And the more that you post on social media and you start to engage your audience and they get to know who you are, people are going to start coming to you. That's your warm market. They're going to be like, whoa, Leah, your abs. Like, what are you doing? Where'd you get that tan? Where'd you get that bathing suit? Like, that's all ways for her to start a conversation. Maybe you're like, I don't really want to hit Success Club this month. I don't really care, but maybe I'll try to learn a little about this business. Go out and put a post on Facebook. I just did it in the team page or in the team training. It was just talking about your, hey, guess what? I signed up as a coach and I'm really nervous to put this on my Facebook. And all those people who like or comment on it or say congratulations, go thank them. You don't have to go invite them. Just go thank them, right? Because those are the people who are going to be cheering you on. And also know, I'm just sorry, I probably sound really repetitive to some of you guys, but there's a couple of new faces or people who are re-engaging. And so I just want to be clear on this. There's going to be people who don't clap when you win. And you have to be okay with that. I mean, you don't have to, but I promise you're going to feel so much better. There's going to be people who you're like, damn, I thought she would totally do this with me. And she doesn't. Or I thought my dad would totally be in my corner. And my dad's like, oh, you fell for that. You drank the Kool-Aid. No, guess what? This is for you. And just remember to stay consistent. Because if you're excited about it, who gives a crap what anybody else thinks? If you feel good and you have more energy and this is adding value to your life and you love spending Tuesdays with us and you love the energy in our team page and you want to maybe make $1,000 a week by this time in 6 months, good, let's do it. Because there's a lot of people that don't clap when I win, and guess what? It doesn't affect me anymore. It doesn't. And I'm going to make a post tonight that's really vulnerable, but guess what? I share these things because I know it's, one, it helps me heal, and number two, I think it's helping other people. So when you figure out who you're talking to, you're going to build that confidence. So I'm kind of getting into another part of the call, which I'm going to save for the very end. So let me get back to how you're going to hit Success Club in the next 24 hours. Right now, whatever you're doing, I want you to grab a pen and a paper, and I want you to write, I will easily hit Success Club 6 or higher by 9 p.m. on February 28th. 2018. It's going to be easy. If you think of it as being easy, it's going to be easy. I will easily hit Success Club 6 or higher by 9 p.m. Please don't wait till 9 p.m. That stresses me out. No, it's 11:57. It's not 11:57 our time. That's their time. Yeah. We have to go off California time. It's 9 o'clock. Oh yes, no, Nicole, poor Nicole. She thought she was good. It was December. It was New Year's Eve, and she's freaking hustling and got her girlfriend to sign up finally that she had been pulling on to do it. And it was like 11:57. She texted me the next day and she's like, so is it midnight or is it 9? I'm like, it's 9. She's like, oh my God. I'm like, you're a step ahead for January. So yeah, that is, I want you just to manifest on that, to say it over and over as an affirmation. Like, get excited about it. Like, you have the ability to help someone. How cool is that? You get the ability to pay it forward and to help someone else have more energy, to feel more confident, to get dressed and feel great in their jeans. Like, I just bought these jeans the other day and they're size 8. Guess what? They're so big. I should have bought a size 6. Like, so annoying. So annoying because I really like them and I already took the tags off, but I think I know where the tags are, and Nordstrom might be getting these jeans back. So, and I don't even care if it's the brand. I'm going to own that, because you know how some jeans are like, oh, you're an 8. Oh, you're a 6. Yeah, I'm going to own the 6. Like, look at these 6s that I just slipped into. Anyways, okay. So you're going to manifest that. You're going to write it down. And guess what? When you go to work tomorrow, when you wake up in the morning, I want you to say it. When you get to work, I want you to write it on Post-it so you can see it everywhere you are. But you have to be inviting. These people aren't just going to magically come to you. You have to be inviting people, right? I know for a long time I sat around on my hands and I'm like, because people were coming to me. They were. And then it's like all of a sudden they weren't coming to me. And I was like, shit. I don't know what to do. Like, oh yeah, I have to invite. That's a vital behavior. Got it. Okay. So now I invite, right? Let us see. So advertise about your March 5th challenge group. Keep that going. Like, I would be posting about that like crazy. Post a picture from your workout. Again, talk about how it made you feel. Post one of your meals and talk about how full you are or how much you're eating or how much it's changed for you or something. Get people intrigued on it. Ask questions where people can ask you questions back. What else? I don't know. Does anyone have anything that they want to throw in there of how you can hit Success Club? Because you guys are going to hit Success Club by tomorrow at 9 p.m. You're going to have that locked in.
I will say sharing conversations you're having with other people, like maybe, block out the person's name or, their picture, whatever, because if, like, for instance, I had a conversation with my cousin Felicia today and she's like, I'm down 6 pounds since February 9th. And I'm like, I'm so proud of you. We're going back and forth. And she's like, I said something about being, happy for her that she's feeling so much better. And she's like, yeah, my mood is better towards the world and blah, blah, blah. And then she said that she's going through something right now, but she feels okay going through it because of how good she feels from working out and eating good and doing personal development. And it was like perfect, like, example of why we do this,
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
So I had shared this on the team page, I think yesterday. Going back to the people that you have already invited and have, a messenger, you can see when they view it, but maybe they didn't respond. I don't know about you guys, but for me, so often I'll check my messages, I'll check my text messages, and then I respond in my head, but then I don't actually type it out or hit send. And so don't think that that person is just ignoring you or saying no or totally ghosting you. I circled back to one of my girlfriends and I was just like, hey, I know that things probably got busy, and I've known her for a while. She was one of my high school friends, so I kind of could be a little bit more real with her. And I was like, why are you ignoring me? And then it got us talking again. So just don't think if somebody doesn't respond, it's not because they're just saying no. They might have gotten busy and then forgot to circle back.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like I said, the fortune is definitely in the follow-up. Can you guys hear me? It says my connection's unstable. Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm going to shift the call because we only have a couple of minutes left, and I kind of just want to close you guys out with this. I'm a huge believer, like I said a little bit ago, of manifesting what you want in your life and how you want to feel. And I think that what you give power to becomes reality. So I want to caution everyone just to be really mindful of feeling stuck. And I talk to people all the time and they're like, I'm just struggling. And I'm like, struggling is a state of mind, right? That's something you're doing to yourself. Or I'm so scared. I'm like, fear is something we create on our own. So you have to get out of your own way and you have to watch your language. You have to watch the way you're thinking about or talking about things. And you have to really decide what you want and how you want to feel and the energy that you want to attract. Because I know I just can't do negative. It literally drains me and sucks me dry. And I don't participate in that. And it's not to say that I don't have off days, because I do. I'm human, just like everyone else. But I've worked so hard on myself that I know how to pull myself out of those. And I also know when to recognize my own bullshit. And so if I'm doing something that is, could be damaging or toxic, like I'm able to be like, dude, I'm off and I need to come back to this later, or I need to go do some personal development. That is the number one thing when people tell me, well, I'm just really struggling. What personal development are you doing? And 90% of the time, I talked to a lady today. She was like, oh, I'm actually not doing personal development. That's probably it. Heck yeah, it is. Literally, guys, personal development is like oxygen to me. And 4 years ago, it was non-existent in my life. It was. And I started off and it was like 10 minutes here, Tony Robbins motivational video, or Les Brown or Eric Ward. Like I would listen to videos on my way to work, and then it just started becoming a part of my routine. And Tony Robbins says that the way that you spend the first 5 to 10 minutes of your day is basically going to set you up for how your day is going to go. So I would encourage you to do something beyond, reaching for your phone, which we all have the habit of doing, but whether it be meditation or putting on a personal development video that you're going to press play on YouTube in the morning, or getting up and doing some sort of stretching or breathing exercises, or gratitude journaling, or grab your personal development book if it's next to you. Do something like that, because you're going to set yourself up for success. And it's a lot of you are like, dude, I already wake up super early and I have a super stressful job. And when I get to my job, everybody's going to be asked, guess what? You have control over that. You have control over that. I don't care about negative Nelly at work. You get to set yourself up for success. You get to be in control of your mindset. I get how stressful it is. Guys, I worked 45 plus hours and commuted when I first started this business, so I get it. I had bad service areas. I had to pick my kids up from daycare. My kids were most of the time cranky or bitchy or complaining. Then we had to come home and we had to do homework, or we had to get to sports. I had a newborn baby when I started to get really serious about this business. I get it. But we all have the same 24 hours in a day, and we all have the same opportunity. And if you want this business, you have to get serious about it, because my success, or coming from Diesel Nation, which is an extremely successful organization, isn't going to give you that success just because you sign on. Just because if somebody wants to go sign on with Melanie Mitro doesn't mean that they're going to be an elite coach that year. You have to put in the work if you want it, and you have to get real with yourself. And this is something I told the girls this weekend, is you have to get real with yourself. If you say, oh, I'm trying so hard, and you're like sitting there scrolling Facebook, not doing anything, or maybe, liking people's posts and commenting on their things, and you're like, but I'm still not at Success Club, and, my husband or my girlfriend is, complaining why I'm on my phone so much and the pay is not matching, but I really want this, and I'm getting on all the team calls, but nothing's happening. You have to put in the work. This business is very simple. The 4 vital behaviors are critical for a reason. drink a shake, read a book, work out, recognize people, invite people. Like, that's it. Take all the extra shiny objects out. Take all the other things out. If you're doing those things, you will build a business. The other thing is you have to stay consistent. Nobody ever reaches out to me and says, hey, like my coach never is like, hey, did you work out today? Which is probably why I'm really bad, because I just have an accountability group and I'm like, hey, I'm here. So you guys are here, right? Like, I probably could get better at that, but I'm like, I show up to my groups every day without fail. No matter how I'm feeling, no matter what way the wind shifts, no matter what stressors are in my life, like I am there because I'm going to show up for people, because I'm going to show up for myself, because this business has transformed my life and it can transform yours if you want it to, if you put in the work. And you want to know how I started hitting Success Club consistently? I made a decision. I went from I think it was like 6 or 9 months where I was not hitting it consistently. And I shared this story on Sunday also. And then I was like, oh shit, if I'm going to be a leader, I'm going to be asking people to do this. I have to do that too. So I started small and started setting small goals around hitting, just helping 3 people. Was there months where I was stressed out? Yeah, but I don't stress over Success Club anymore, because I talk to so many people because I'm excited to talk to them, not because I'm afraid to talk to them. And I know I'm never going to run out of people. This world has millions of people. That's the really cool thing. We're in England too, which is it's like super new there. You can go like build in the UK. How awesome is that? There's so many different platforms. There's so many different people who are going to have interest to you. Like my cousin Miranda, she's like obsessed with Cardi B. And I'm like, the girl's music's okay, but I can't stand the way she talks. But she's going to have people in her market who are like, oh yes, that is my girl. Like that is her thing, right? And Nicole's going to have something completely different, going dirt bike riding, right? Than I have. And Leah's going to have something. Everyone's going to have something different. You have to figure out who you're talking to and get clear on why you want to help them. But the first person you have to help is yourself. And you have to stay committed to showing up for yourself every single day. And if you have been with us since the beginning of 80-day obsession and you just hit the 40-day mark, congratulations, you guys. That's a big freaking deal. That's huge to stay consistent. I'm so proud of you. I can't tell you, I was not super consistent when I first got started. Like I did a round of the 21-day fix, and then I like half-assed a second round, and then I got pregnant, and then it was like I kind of did PIO, and I kind of ate French fries, and like I drank my shake, but like I was pregnant. And I gained 40-something pounds, and I had to start back over. And I still like tacos, and I still like hamburgers, and I still like chocolate. And then I quit drinking, and then I gained weight. Like, life happens. This is a cycle. The cool thing is there's no end date. There's no end date on your journey. There's no expiration date, and you only fail when you quit. So I love you. Thank you for joining me tonight. If you're watching this video, go ahead, Miranda.
Life is like laundry. You never get it done.
Yeah.